Hello everyone, my name is Griff Oscar Rwanda. I'm from IRS faculty of WorldStudentScope. Today we are going to discuss deeply basing with reading. We will have the questions, we discuss the question, and I will try to show you the tips on how we can solve reading very easily. So I'll start with different types of questions. Before that, we have to see the introduction of IRS reading. IRS reading has got different types of topics. First, we have multiple choices type of questions. We have short answers type of questions, sentence completion questions, true, false, and not given, multi-sentence endings, yes, no, and not given. So bear in mind, there is yes, no, and not given, and also there is true, false, and not given. You have to read instruction very carefully and to know what you are required to answer. Either it's true, false, and not given, or is yes, no, and not given. We have also match endings. We have match information type of questions. We have match sentence endings. And lastly, we will take a look of match features. The brief introduction of reading. Reading, it has got only 3 passages. And in 3 passages, they will be given 40 questions, whereby in 40 questions, they will be categorized in 11 types of questions. And today, we are going to take a look each and every type of question, and I will discuss with you, I will give you the tips, and I will help you how you can solve that easily. Now, before we go on, you have to know 2 differences. We have academic reading and we have general reading. These are the 2 types of IRS reading, and also they also differ in how the question are be formatted. In academic, it's a bit tough because it comprises with a lot of academic ideas and a lot of academic questions compared to general. Okay, so now the first question is going to be at the top of the passage when you are solving. Then the last question will be at the bottom of the passage. When you are being given type of question, for example, the summary completion type of question, you have to bear in mind the first answer must be at the top of the passage, and the last answer will be at the bottom of your passage. So, the first now let's take a look about first topic, that is multiple choices type of question. So in multiple choice type of question, you will be given the question as it is be seen here, and also you'll be given multiple choices. That may be A, B, until D. Then you have to choose the correct answer according to what you have read from the passage. Many of us or many students do confuse this type of questions. But today, I'm going to teach you how we're going to solve this question very easily. And if you'll be interested, I will teach you more type of questions. For example, this question, choose the best answer from the options in each question. We have this type of question, macadamia milk. And we got also the multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. A is well-known dairy alternative. B has a negative environmental impacts. C is relative obscure type of milk. And D has many positive health benefits. Before all, the good and useful tips here, we have to read the question before reading passage so as we can manage our time very clearly. We read the question. After reading the question, underline or highlight your keyword. After underlining your keyword, now it will be easier for you to find the keyword from the passage. For example, our keyword can be macadamia milk. We are going to find it from the passage where macadamia milk has been written. So when we take a look, we can find macadamia milk has been written fourth line from the last. 1, 2, 3, 4. Macadamia. Okay, it's the same as this one. After knowing where your keyword has been found, now read the whole sentence and the meaning, then come back to read the question. What does question want? So macadamia, then let's read here. While soy, almond, oats, rice, and coconut are the current popular milk alternatives, there are even less known milk types, including pear, hemp, and macadamia. So, our keyword we can find macadamia is less known milk. That will be very suitable rhyme and very suitable sentence. So we'll find from our multiple choices. A, B, C, or D. If you take a look, you can find your answer probably gonna be C. And before all, let me give you one tip. In reading, synonyms are used a lot. When I say synonym, I mean either word with the same meaning but has been written different way. For example, when you say beautiful, you can say cute, you can say pretty. The same meaning but different ways. So from here, less known and obscure type of milk is the same thing. When I say obscure, I mean less known. So your answer probably will be C. Next question. Is true, false, or not given? In this type of question, you have to be very careful in obtaining your answers. Let's read the question and have a look. For example, does the information in a statement match the information in the passage? Choose true if the statement agrees with the information. Choose false if the statement contradicts with information. And choose not given if there is no such information from the passage. Question number 2. Let's try to take a look. Dairy milk has high sugar content. So from this question, you have to answer whether it's true, whether it's false, or not given. We have to see the keyword from here. Dairy milk and high sugar content. Then we'll take a look from the passage. If you try to take a look from the passage, you can find there is no such information from the passage. So if the information is not given, obviously your answer will be not given. This is not a guesswork, but when you try to check out, you find the information is not given from the passage. Next question. Plant-based milk contains less saturated fats than cow. Is this true? Is this false or not given? Let's take a look. Our keyword will be plant-based milk. Then next, less saturated fats. If you find from the passage, you can find it here, saturated fats, plant-based milk. So we are going to concentrate at this point, saturated fats and plant-based milk. Let's try to read here. And while it might be slightly higher in saturated fats than plant-based milk. So it means saturated fats, okay, is slightly higher compared to plant-based milk. While here the question is plant-based milk contains less saturated fats than cow. Your answer will be true because it's less contained saturated fats, but here in question we're being told it is slightly higher. So now, let's go to another type of question, which is sentence completion type of question. In sentence completion type of question, we can find we have been given the passage as it is, also we have been given the question. Bear in mind, before answering any question, before reading the passage, you have to read the instruction first. Let's read our instruction. Complete sentence below. Choose no more than 2 words from the text for each answer. You have to choose no more than 2 words. Even if your answer contains 3 words, try to use only 2 words or only 1 word. For example, question number 4. The dairy milk has the most devastating impact on the environment. So sentence completion. We fill in the blank. We read from the passage. After knowing our keywords, we fill in the blanks. So, dairy milk, this is the keyword. Devastating impact is the keyword. Also, environment is the keyword. We have different keywords from this type of question. Now, let's try to find it from the passage. We can find over there environment, we have it. The impact also, we got it. Okay? When you say about milk, also it's here. Dairy milk, this is the synonym of animal's milk. Dairy milk contains different types of milk. Milk of cow, milk of goat, milk of donkey, and other animals. When I say non-dairy milk, this means the milk from plants. For example, almond or soya milk. So when they say dairy milk, it means milk from the animal. And the animal which you've been given here is cow. So that means cow's milk. This is the synonym. And another thing is most devastating impact. When I talk most devastating impact and when I say the worst possible choice is the same thing. Worst possible choice and devastating means the same thing. Because to devastate thing, it means to degrade thing or negative effects. So let's read. As is for environment impact, London University professor Dr. Mary Wilkes said that it is indisputable that cow's milk is the worst possible choice for the planet. In the word planet, the synonym has been used as environment. So your answer will be, it is indisputable. On environment is indisputable. So the synonym have been used here. You also try to solve the next question. You can find comparatively, the production of dairy milk creates as much greenhouse gas as plant-based milk. First, when you see comparatively, it means comparison between 2 things or more than 2 things. Now, we just try to find from the passage where they do compare more than 2 things. You can find here. Weeks research suggests that single glass of more juice is cow milk, accounts for the 3 times the amount of green gas emission compared to non-dairy milk. So here they are comparing to non-dairy milk and dairy milk. And when they do comparison, they told us the more juice accounts for 3 times the amount of green gas emission. So your answer here will be creates 3 times as much greenhouse gas as based milk. So it is very simple when you try to check your keyword, understand the question, then find the answer from the passage. So from the given paragraph, we may sort out the correct answers. The suggested answer from this question are 4 indisputable as we solved, 5 3 times. You may write 3 times or 3 times as a number. But remember, we were told not more than 3 words. So the rule has been observed. Another type of question is summary completion. When I say about summary completion, it means the passage has been written, the same thing, but it has been summarized. When I talk about summarization, it might be written by use of the synonym, or the words may be shortened. After that one, now you have to fill in the blanks, or you have to finish up what has been written and what has been given to you. Let's take a look. This is the passage. This is the question which has been summarized as the passage. Almond milk is becoming increasingly more. Almond milk is quickly becoming the most popular. Okay? So it's the same thing. Almond milk, we have almond milk. Is becoming increasingly, is quickly becoming. Same thing, but it has been summarized. So almond milk is becoming increasingly more dash than cow's milk. Almond milk is quickly becoming the dash alternative to cow's milk. You can try to solve this one. Then, if we try to take a look, we can know our answer is more popular. More popular than cow's milk, alternative to cow's milk. Very simple in that way. As the next question, milk is lacking considering it is made of mostly dash. You can try to solve the next question and next question as the way they are. Very simple and very clear when you try to use the keyword and read from the passage and understand what it has been written over there. So from the paragraph, we have been instructed to write no more than 1 word. So the answers suggested for this question are number 6, popular, as we have already solved. The next one will be water. I hope you have got it. The second one will be sweeteners. And last one will be fat. From the paragraph, you may notice there are either use of synonyms. So you have to be very careful while reading to match with your answers, because you might find the same thing but it is said in different way, such as be careful and be cautious. Same thing but written in different way. You have to be very, very, very keen. Next question, sentence completion type of question. Match sentence ending. So we are matching the endings of the sentence. You be given a sentence, but you have to match the ending of the sentence, comparison to the question and from the passage. For example, from our introduction, you have to read first the instruction. So let's start with the instruction. Choose the correct ending for each sentence and move into the gap. So we choose what is correct ending and move into the gaps. Finish up, okay? Number 10, almond trees. This is the key word. So in order to finish up almond trees, come to find from the passage where almond trees are being written. We can have it here. Almond trees, okay? The fourth line from above. 1, 2, 3, 4. almond trees. So let's read and know what does almond trees doing, or what is up with almond trees. Considering almond milk impact on environment is the most as severe as dairy. While it does not have the same greenhouse gas effect, it does lead to major water loss as almond trees are extremely thirsty. So we have been given choices here, A, B, C, and D. And here we have been told almond trees are extremely thirsty. We have to finish it up here. Consume vast amount of water, cause more greenhouse gas than dairy, should be brought locally, destroy bee habitats, and last one, need more water than people suspect. If you try to be careful and take a look, almond trees are extreme thirst, and A, consume vast amount of water, the same thing. To be thirsty, it means you will consume vast or very large amount of water. So your answer will be A. You have to write consume vast amount of water, and you have to finish it up. So let's take a look the next question. So the answers, the suggested answer, A for number 10, and for number 11 is E. In this type of question, you should read very carefully and very well the instruction and understand what the question needs you to do. After that one, observe the next question, read very carefully, and answer your question. Very simple and very easy. For more tips, you can visit WorldStudentScope. We have our platform online, and we are teaching online, and we can teach you different tips, and it is very easy. You can write a query to us. We have another type of question, which is short answer type of question. Short answer type of question, these are the type of question which needs you to write or to answer only shortly. No need of very complications or anything. Just only short answer, you have to write it down. And the answer, don't stress yourself, you will get it from the given passages. So let's start to read our instruction. Answer the question below. Choose no more than 2 words. You can find we have been told to choose no more than 2 words. So bear in mind and make sure the answer not be more than 2 words. Only you might use 1 word, or you might use only 2 words. That's the word limit. So choose no more than 2 words from the text for each answer. We got number 12, 13, and 14. Okay? And we have to answer very short. Number 12. What does soy milk and dairy milk contain in similar proportion? So when we see similar proportion, it means there is comparison. Okay? So if there's comparison, what is that comparison for? Comparison for soy milk and dairy milk. I told you before, and I told you earlier, there are milk from the animals, which is called dairy milk, and milk from plants, which is called non-dairy milk. And milk from the plants, we have different type of plants which give us milk. We have soy milk, which is this one. We have almond milk, which this one also is called almond latte. And then we have dairy milk. Dairy milk is the milk from the cow, milk from the goat, milk from the donkey, or milk from any type of animal. So the comparison between plant-based milk and animal-based milk. We have to find our keyword soy milk or dairy milk. If you try to find from here, you just find it occurs in multiple times. Soy milk. Also, when you just try to check dairy milk, you can find it here. They say soy milk has been proven to cause acne, but only if drunk excessively. What does the soy milk and dairy milk contain in common? So this sentence is not matching with comparison. Let's read another one, this one. It has just as much protein as milk, but has far less saturated fat, which makes it far better choice. Debray recommends that consumers may make sure they choose a fortified soy milk that has added calcium. Okay? So the trick is here. When we use as much as, that means it's comparison. As much as, that means is the comparison between two things. And here they say as much as. Okay? As much as. Then we've been given protein. So in this one, we find what does soy milk and dairy milk contain in similar proportion. Obvious, your answer will be protein, because only in this passage the place where comparison is done is here, as much as. So probably your answer for number 12 will be protein. Then number 13, what types of soy milk should people buy? We asked, what type of soy milk should people buy? We have read here when they say Debray recommends that consumers make sure they choose fortified soy milk that has added calcium. And we have been told not sure than more 2 ways. So it will be fortified soy milk. If you say fortified soy milk, it means these are 3 words. 1, 2, 3. But no more than 2 words. So you may choose here, fortified milk. If you check your answer, fortified is fine. Fortified milk is okay because 2 words. Number 12 is protein. And the last one, you will try to solve as it is. The last question, what disease is misattributed to soy milk? So you have a disease as the keyword. We have soy milk and misattributed as the keyword. You can try to find it from here and you can get your answer very, very clear. Now, let's take a look again another type of question. We have yes, no, not given. Remember, earlier we have discussed about true, false, and not given. And now we are discussing another type of question, which is yes, no, and not given. Bear in mind, yes, no, and not given, true, false, and not given, they get the same thing. They have the same meaning, but you have to write as you have been instructed. As we talked and we discussed earlier, that we have to read the instruction before answering the question or before reading the passage. Let's try to take a look. Instruction. Do the following statement reflect the claim of the writer? You asked. Choose yes if the statement reflects the claim of the writer. Choose no if the statement contradicts with the claim of the writer. And choose not given if it is impossible to say what writer thinks. If you don't find the sentence or the idea in this passage, just write not given, don't stress out yourself. If you find the information contradicts with what is given in the question, just write no. If you find the question and the information correlates, now write yes. Don't stress yourself. I'm going to show you how we're going to solve this question very easily. Soy generates comparatively small amount of greenhouse gas emission. Is this true? Is this false? Or is this not given? Let's take a look. We have our keyword, soy. We got also small amount of greenhouse gas emission. Let's try to take a look from the passage. If you take a look from the passage, you can find green gas emission is here, okay? And if you try to check out soy, you will find it soybeans over here. Soy milk is here also. So now let's read each and every line and know what the question wants, and is it correlating with question, contradicts, or so we have two options, yes or no, because the information has been found here. Soy generates comparatively small amount of greenhouse gas, right in here. In terms of its environmental impact, it contrasts to cow and almond milk. Soy uses very little water, and according to Dr. Karim, its land use and green gas emission are negligible. When I say negligible, I mean very, very, very small amount. That is negligible. And here we have comparative small amount. So probably your answer will be true. But here we are being given only option of yes, no, and not given. So you have to write yes, because we have found the information here, and information correlates with the question. Question number 16, the same thing, and question number 17. These tips you only get in our platform, which is WorldStudentScope. You won't achieve it any place. The tips for solving it are very easily, and it will require you to manage your time. You finish up your question for very short period of time and in well accuracy. So just try to take a look. The question number 16, the Amazon rainforest is being destroyed for soy production. Okay? You have to find it here. What did they say? Amazon, which is this one, it is also here as found. Rainforest, if you find, it's here, rainforest. Destroyed for soy milk production. Now let's read. It turns out that large part of Amazon rainforest are being cleared to grow soybeans. The Amazon rainforest is being destroyed for soy milk production. The question and the information do contradict, okay? This information from here and this information from here, we can find there are two different information. This information talks about the growth of soybeans. This information talks about destroying the soy production. Let's start to take a look at our suggested answer for this question and this question. So the question 1, we can find yes. Another question 16, it's no, because the question contradicts with information. Okay, the question contradicts with the information. We have Amazon rainforest is being destroyed for soy milk production, and here Amazon rainforests are being cleared to grow soybeans. So the answer is probably no. Now let's try to take a look. Your answer is no. This one. Then the next question, which I understood you have solved and you got it right by using these tips, it will be not given. So now let's try to check another type of question. The question itself is match headings. These are very, 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 very simple type of question. You have just to match headings with the passage. You'll be given a list of headings, and after that, you have to choose one head. Then, after choosing the head of the passage, now you have to go to find if it is paragraph A, if it is paragraph B, or if it is paragraph C. So the passages will be in different way. After giving the list of the headings, you'll be given the list also of the passages. Passage A, passage B, passage D, and so on. After being given that, you have to read and concentrate well and know your answer if it's passage A, if it's passage B, or if it's passage C. So here there's question given, why almond milk is not that good for you. This is the word, or this one we can say is like heading, okay? So we are going to find this heading from the passage. You'll be given different type of passages with alphabets, then you have to find it from there. So from the given paragraph, we can sort out the answers when we read carefully the paragraphs to the given headings. Suggested answers are the following. 18 is D, 19F, 20C, 21B, 22G, 23 will be E, and lastly will be A. Very easy. Just choose the heading and read the heading very carefully, underline the keyword from the heading, go find from the passages, and you can find if it's passage A, if it's passage B, and if it's passage C. So this is so similar to match headings, but match headings was dealing with summarization. The entire paragraph and determine a good heading for it. So this is another type of question which you are going to face. It is called match information. In matching information, the same thing as matching heading, but here we are not matching heading, here we are matching the informations. From this type, we'll be given the name of a person and the information of a person he or she has said. Then you have to match the information. Who has said that information and where he or she has said that information. For example, we have this passage and we have this type of question. Let's read it out. The passage has 5 paragraphs labeled A to E. Which paragraph contains the following information? Either A, either B, C, D, or E. Then, NB, nota bene. You may use any letter more than once. So you have a choice of using any letter more than once. Either you find who has said that information, and after that one, you will answer your question. And you can choose your alphabet more than once. For example, we have, it disturbs important insects. So this will be the information. Now you have to choose this information from the paragraphs given. If it is this one, if it is this one, after that one, you will summarize out who has said that information after being chosen from the passage. Remember our tip. We start to read the question, then we come to the passage. And after reading the question, now underline your keywords, highlight your keywords, understand what the need of the question, come to find from the passage. Okay? So this has been given here and has been solved for you. This is the question, paragraph A, as you can see here. And the answer, we have different type of answers. So for more questions, for more mock exams, and for more online practice, you can visit WorldStudentScope and we'll help you out with any problem or any query. We have another type of question which is called match features. Match features and match information are the same thing. They got the same meaning, but sometimes they do contradict. For example, here we have to match the features. But when you match the features, we have been given what the names, we have been given also the questions. For example, let's see this type of question. Look at the following statement. question number 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, after that one, match each statement with the name of the person who is credited as marking it. So, after reading the information, now you have to choose who has said this statement. We have name of people. We have Dr. Mary Wicks, we have Dr. Abdul Karim, we have Marcus Adam, Peter Jane, and Samantha Delbert. Now you have to choose this information who has said according to the passages which you have read. Let's take a look. We have B, we have E, we have A, we have C, and lastly, we have D. These are the suggested answers. Okay? For example, in this one, we can just try to find the name. If you try to find the name from this passage, you can find who are said. For example, let's take a look here. Okay? When you come to read this question, now we can take a look at question number 29. The math on water consumption. They talk about math on water consumption. Who has talked about mass water consumption? So you try to take a look from the passage given who has talked about mass on water consumption. Okay? But in our answer, who has talked about mass water consumption, we will find is B. And B is Dr. Abdul Karim. So that means Dr. Abdul Karim explained about math on water consumption. So your answer will be B. For example, a false scientific claim. Who said about false scientific claim? The suggested answer here, it is E. E is Samantha Delbert. So Samantha Delbert claimed that the scientific information was not true. It was false. So this is how we are solving the question, and it is very, very, very simple. When you visit our online platform for WorldStudentScope, we help you out and we solve each and every problem of yours, and it is very simple. Let's go on. So after that one now, we have some tips I need to keep you in mind. First, remember, before answering the question or before reading the passage, you have to read the instruction very carefully. And in answering question, we have to answer the question. What you do in answering the question? You have to read very carefully the question first. After reading the question very carefully, now come to read the passage. Many students don't finish up reading. Why? Because they are reading whole passage. You do read whole passage. After reading the whole passage, now they come to find the answer. If you find the answer, it means you'll go again to the passages. And for this one, it will be time consuming. But if you want to utilize your time, very clear and very simple, you have to read first the question. After reading the question, underline the keyword, know what the question wants. After knowing what the question wants now, you have to read the passage very carefully, and there you get your answer. For more reading tips of IELTS, visit WorldStudentScope. We help you to solve your questions, and we will help you to achieve your desired band as you wish. Thank you so much, and welcome all of you.